electric field intensity due to a point charge. So just imagine that in the space you have a charge, say Q, and then due to this charge Q, you have a point, say P, which has a displacement vector r vector and its coordinates are x, y and z. So you have a charge Q at origin and there is a point P in the space whose coordinates are x, y and z. If I say r vector is represented as xi plus yj plus zk. And now we want to find what is electric field intensity at point P. So in order to find the electric field intensity at point P, we introduce a test charge. The force which will act on this test charge will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q naught by r cube into r vector. That we have done in Coulomb's law. But as we are interested to find electric field intensity, electric field strength, so this is force experienced by the unit test charge. So it will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r cube into r vector. So I am getting the standard formula for the electric field at a point P due to point charge, and that is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r cube into r vector. The difference from Coulomb force was it was q naught by r cube, but the electric field due to this charge q will be q by r cube into r vector at a position r. And then if I say what is the magnitude of this electric field? What is the magnitude of this electric field? So it will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r square. Due to a positive charge, it is always away from it, and due to a negative charge, the direction of the electric field will be towards it. So here I have represented you the electric field formula due to a point charge. And now we are going to use this part, the component of the electric field at this position. So as we have learned about how to find electric field due to a point charge, so in the same arrangement, if we are provided that we have a charge q here and there is a point P here whose position vector, whose coordinates are x, y and z, and due to over here I can write rp vector as xi plus yj plus zk, and when I write magnitude of this rp vector, position vector, it will be root of x square plus y square plus z square. I have electric field here due to this point charge q at origin, but this electric field E, which can be defined as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r cube into r vector, or this electric field E, which is defined as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by x square plus y square plus z square to the power 3 by 2 into xi plus yj plus zk. But this electric field E itself will have three components. It may have one component in x direction, it may have one component in y direction, and it may have one component in z direction. So I can say this electric field E consists of EXI plus EYJ plus EZK, which is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q xi plus yj plus zk divided by x square plus y square plus z square to the power 3 by 2. So by comparing, we can get x component of the electric field as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into qx by x square plus y square plus z square to the power 3 by 2. And similarly, y component of the electric field as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught qy by x square plus y square plus z square to the power 3 by 2. And similarly, z component 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught qz by x square plus y square plus z square to the power 3 by 2, like that. So here we have learned that in case, although the basic formula for the electric field due to a point charge in vector form is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r cube into r vector, but in case if this position, if this point have got position vectors, have got coordinates x, y and z, I can represent it in terms of x, y and z also, and orthogonal unit vectors, and by comparing them we can get x, y and z component of this electric field. So I'll go further with this concept, but before that, superposition principle. Electric field is almost the same like you have superposition principle in Coulomb's law. In case if you have many charges, the net force on a given charge is vector sum of all the forces. Similarly, in case in space you have got many charges, one may be having, one is charge q1, and due to this at a point P there is an electric field, say E1, and the displacement vector from q1 to P is say r1. So there is one electric field which is due to charge q1 here, and it is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 by r1 cube into r1 vector. Similarly, there may be another charge. So as a whole, the superposition principle of electric field, it just says at a point the net electric field is vector sum of all the electric field present there. Because electric field is a vector quantity, here we can only get the net electric field by doing vector sum of all the electric field acting at point. So here maybe I have a charge q2. Now this is r2 vector and it is providing electric field say E2. So I have another electric field at this point 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q2 by r2 cube into r2 vector. I can take another charge say q3 which is having its own electric field E3, and this vector is r3. So the another electric field which is at point P is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q3 by r3 cube into r3 vector. So like that, so many electric field acting at point P. What will be the net electric field at point P? It will be vector sum of all the electric field acting there. So as a whole, I can say the net electric field as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught sigma I is equal to 1 to n qi by ri cube into ri vector, and this is net electric field at point P. So superposition principle of electric field is also the same like in Coulomb's law. Net electric field at point P is vector sum of all the electric fields acting at point P. Now you have studied just before this how to write electric field, how to write component of the electric field in x, y and z direction, rectangular components. And also here you have studied superposition principle. Now I will be taking one example where we can get rectangular component of electric field Ex, Ey and Ez, net electric field due to 2 point charges placed on x-axis and y-axis. This is like one example. You may observe some numericals on it. And while we are doing this example, you will have a better insight how to actually deal with in case if you have coordinates given of the charge or of the point where you are looking for the electric field. So here my topic is electric field due to a system of 2-point charges. This is like one example how, in case if the coordinates are given, how to find the electric field or component of the electric field. So here the situation is given on the x-axis and this is y-axis. On x-axis we have a charge and on y-axis we have a charge. The charge which is on y-axis is say at point A and its coordinates are 0, B, 0. It means this is B and charge here is Q1. And here on the x-axis we have a charge say Q2 responsible for electric field. Charge is Q2 and its coordinates are A, 0, 0. Now if I say, what do you think is this is origin? So with respect to origin you have this vector. So position vector of B, position vector of A, RA vector is actually Bj. And similarly position vector of B, RB vector, this is B, is actually AI. And then I have a charge, I have a point, we are looking for the net electric field at a point whose position vector is Rp, whose coordinates are x, y and z. So we know Rp vector here will be xi plus yj plus zk. And there are going to be two electric fields. There will be one electric field due to Q1 at P, E1. And when I am writing E1, it will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 by, I have to write this displacement vector RAP, magnitude of RAP cube into RAP vector. Similarly, there is another electric field at P which is due to B, E2. Now E2 will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q2 divided by magnitude of RBP vector cube into RBP vector. This is vector B to P, displacement vector RBP. This is displacement vector RAP. And if you are looking for the net electric field, the net electric field will be at point P will be E1 vector plus E2 vector. Now going further, let's write these displacement vector RAP vector and RBP vector in terms of position vector. So if I write RAP vector, it will be actually RP vector minus RA vector. So this RAP vector will be RP is xi plus yj plus zk minus RA. So it will become xi plus y minus bj plus zk. This is RAP vector. And if I say what is magnitude of RAP vector, so this will be root of x square plus y minus b square plus z square. So I am just giving you practice. It is nothing to cram over here. Just you do practice of how to write these vectors in terms of displacement vector, position vector and orthogonal unit vectors. Similarly, if I say what is RBP vector, it will be RP vector minus RB vector. So this is going to be x minus a I plus yj plus zk. This is RBP vector, displacement vector. So magnitude of RBP vector will be x minus a square plus y square plus z square. So here we know how to write. And now if I am looking for the net vector, I can also call it EXI plus EYJ plus EZK is equal to. We put the value of E1 and E2 here. What we have obtained here. So we will get as a whole as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q1 by x square plus y square, y minus b square plus z square to the power 3 by 2, and here xi plus y minus bj plus zk. Similarly, plus q2 into x minus ai plus yj plus zk divided by x minus a square plus y square plus z square to the power 3 by 2. So we can compare for x component all the part which is related to I unit vector, for y component all the part which is related to j unit vector, for z component of the resultant all the part which is connected to j k unit vector will be the resultant. So as a whole what we are getting here is, as we can see, Ex as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1x by x square plus y minus b square plus z square to the power 3 by 2 plus q2 into x minus a divided by x minus a square plus y square plus z square to the power 3 by 2, like that. Similarly Ey and similarly Ez. So this practice is given to you that in case if you are given the values in terms of I, j and k, how to find the resultant vector.